Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's jump right in. You probably know TikTok, but by 2025, it's really a different beast for businesses.
Oh, absolutely.
It's moved way beyond just, dance challenges. It's a serious channel now for connecting with this huge, really engaged audience.
Hmm.
So today we're going to really focus in, dissect what it actually takes to run TikTok ad campaigns that get, well, real results in 2025.
Yeah, measurable outcomes.
Exactly. So if you're looking to get up to speed fast on what's working, you're definitely in the right place. And, speaking of getting noticed online, if you're trying to build your social media presence generally, you might want to check out rapidboost.net. It's a resource some people use for boosting profiles.
Interesting.
But yeah, our main mission today is to unpack the strategies, the creative angles, and those actionable steps you need for TikTok ad success this year, all based on, expert analysis of where the platform is heading.
And what strikes you immediately, I think, is just how diverse that audience is now. We're talking 1.8 billion monthly active users globally
Mhm.
in 2025. It's huge.
1.8 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not just Gen Z anymore. Millennials, even Gen X, they're really active, discovering things, actually buying things based on what they see there.
So ignoring TikTok is kind of not an option for many brands anymore, is it? If you want that broad reach across generations.
Pretty much, especially since they're actively there, kind of in a discovery and increasingly a purchasing mindset.
Right. And TikTok just has this knack, doesn't it, for showing you stuff you actually find interesting.
It does. It's that mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Authentic short videos plus this algorithm that just feels, well, hyper-personal.
Yeah, it really does. It feels different from old school ads where things are just pushed at you. This feels more like discovery.
Exactly. Which is why you really need a creative-first mindset.
Hmm.
You can't just take your ads from, say, Instagram or Facebook and slap them onto TikTok.
It doesn't work like that.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
To succeed in 2025, your content has to feel native to TikTok. Using the trending sounds, the editing styles people expect, understanding the culture. Generic ads just get scrolled past.
Okay, so it's not just about getting eyeballs, it's about actual impact. Like Duolingo, right?
Yeah, great example.
They're owl mascot videos, they're genuinely funny, they use the trends, but they've clearly shown it leads to more app downloads.
Exactly. That shows how entertaining native content can directly fuel business goals. It's not just fluff.
Which brings us to a really basic question, I guess. If you're going to run TikTok ads, what are you actually trying to achieve?
Right. Before you even think about funny videos or trends, you need clear objectives. What's the goal? Brand awareness, driving sales, app installs, getting people to your website.
And it needs to be specific, measurable, like not just sell more stuff.
Definitely. You need SMART goals.
Mhm.
So something like drive 2,000 website visits and maybe 150 purchases via TikTok in Q1 2025, keeping the cost per purchase under $10.
Okay, yeah, that gives you something concrete to aim for and measure against.
Precisely. And hitting those goals means you really have to understand the TikTok audience in 2025,
Yeah.
like deeply. Demographics are just the start.
You mean the micro communities?
Exactly. Think hashtag book talk or hashtag clean talk, hashtag car talk. These niches are huge and super engaged. They have their own trends, their own language, even inside jokes.
It's like these little digital tribes almost. And they care about more than just the product, right? Values seem important.
Very much so. In 2025, TikTok users often lean towards brands that align with their values. They'll actively support companies they see as socially responsible, brands that aren't afraid to, stand for something.
Interesting. So you have these diverse, value-driven communities, but they also have notoriously short attention spans.
Oh yeah, famously short. You basically got, what, 1 to 3 seconds, maybe, to stop someone scrolling past your ad on their For You page?
1 to 3 seconds? Wow.
Every single frame counts, especially at the beginning.
Okay, so massive audience, niche communities, values matter, tiny attention spans. How do you actually build a campaign that works across that whole journey?
Well, that's where the full funnel approach is really essential. You're
Mhm.
probably not going to make a sale on the first view.
Right, it's more like building a relationship.
Exactly. Think top, middle, bottom. Top of the funnel is just about getting noticed, stopping that scroll. Maybe eye-catching, entertaining videos that introduce your brand without being pushy.
Just getting on the radar. Okay, makes sense. Then what? Mid-funnel.
Mid-funnel is about deepening that connection, providing value, telling more of your story. This could be genuine-sounding customer testimonials, maybe how-to videos showing your product in action, or partnering with creators who already speak to your target niche.
Building interest and trust. Okay, and then the bottom funnel, that's about the action.
That's the conversion point, Retargeting is huge here. Showing ads, again, to people who've already shown some interest, dynamic ads showcasing products they looked at, and really clear calls to action. Shop now, learn more, whatever fits.
Got it. So let's talk formats. TikTok has quite a few. In-feed ads, those are the standard ones you see while scrolling.
Correct. They slot right into the For You feed, look like regular TikToks. Super versatile for reach, engagement, telling stories, driving traffic. The absolute key is making them look native. Use trending audio, editing styles people recognize. Don't let it scream AD.
Blend in to stand out, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. Less jarring interruption.
Okay. What about Spark ads? They sound interesting.
They're really powerful. Spark ads will let you boost existing organic posts, either your own stuff that's doing well, or even better, content made by creators or customers that features your product.
Ah, so leveraging authenticity.
Exactly. It has built-in social proof. We saw a skincare brand, a DTC one, get like 5x higher conversion rates using Spark ads that featured creator reviews compared to their regular ads.
5 times, that's significant. So if a post takes off organically, you can pour fuel on the fire with Spark ads.
Or if a creator gives you a great shout out.
What about the branded hashtag challenges? They seem like they could go massive.
They definitely can.
Yeah.
You create a unique hashtag and challenge users to make videos using it. It drives huge amounts of user-generated content, builds community, massive awareness. Think Colgate's hashtag Make Mom Smile Challenge.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it wasn't just about toothpaste. It tapped into emotion, got tons of people participating, boosted how people felt about the brand, and yeah, it drove sales too.
And for those really big moments, product launches, major campaigns, top view and brand takeover.
Yeah, those are the premium spots, big visibility, big impact.
Yeah.
Top view is that first video you see when you open the app. Can't miss it.
Full screen, right?
Full screen, auto plays. Brand takeover is similar, dominates the screen for a few seconds. They cost more, obviously, but for reach and immediate splash, they're hard to beat.
And TikTok's really leaning into e-commerce now, right? With shoppable live streams and product links.
Oh, definitely. By 2025, it's much more streamlined. Shoppable Live is interactive. You have hosts showing products, answering questions live, maybe limited time offers.
It's like QVC, but for TikTok.
Kind of, yeah, but more interactive and integrated. And product links let you tag products directly in your regular videos. People can just tap to see the product card and buy right there.
Super convenient.
Very. Success there often comes down to having charismatic hosts, good offers, and really engaging with the viewers during the live.
Okay, so you've picked your format. Now, the creative itself. How do you make something that actually stops the scroll? What's key for TikTok creative in 2025?
The hook.
Yeah.
That first 1 or 2 seconds is everything. You need something that disrupts the scroll immediate action, something surprising, something that makes them curious.
Like that fitness brand example.
Exactly. Started with someone humorously failing at an exercise, then boom, here's how our product makes it easy. Instantly relatable, shows the value prop.
Makes sense. What else? Authenticity seems to be a recurring theme.
Absolutely paramount. Lean into user-generated content, UGC, and creator partnerships. People on TikTok trust real stories, real people, often more than slick ads.
So using actual customer videos.
Yes. Repurpose those as Spark ads. Or partner with creators, maybe even smaller, niche ones, who have really high trust within those micro communities. They can be more cost-effective, too.
Feels more like a recommendation than an ad.
That's the goal. And tapping into trends is good, but you have to do it right.
Don't force it.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay relevant to your brand. Don't just jump on a random dance trend if it makes no sense. Find a way to weave your brand into a trend naturally, like the coffee brand using a morning routine sound to show their product fitting in.
Smart. And sound. Captions, how important are those?
Critical. TikTok is mostly sound on, but not always. So use engaging captions so the message gets across even if sound is off. And keep videos short, dynamic.
Like 15, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's often the sweet spot. Use quick cuts, keep the visuals interesting, and don't be afraid of stuff that looks like it was shot on a phone. That raw feel often performs really well. It feels more real.
Okay, great creative check. Now, getting it to the right people and making sure it's actually working. Targeting and optimization.
TikTok's AI is pretty sophisticated here in 2025. You can go way beyond basic demographics. Target based on interests, what people actually do in the app, their behaviors.
And custom audiences, like uploading email lists.
Yep. Great for retargeting people already in your funnel. And the interest in behavior targeting lets you zero in on those micro communities. There's also automated stuff like smart audience expansion, where the AI finds people similar to your best customers.
Sounds powerful. But you can't just set it and forget it, I assume.
Definitely not. A/B testing is crucial. Always be testing. Different hooks, different visuals, different calls to action. Test different audiences. Test Spark ads versus
So
in-feed.
constantly tweaking based on data.
Constantly. You need to watch your engagement, your cost per result, whatever your key metrics are, and adjust in real time. The best marketers are in there frequently optimizing.
And measuring success. With privacy changes and all that, what metrics really matter now?
TikTok's adapting, using more first-party data and modeling. But yeah, the focus really needs to be on bottom funnel metrics that show actual business impact.
CPA, ROAS.
Exactly. Cost per acquisition, return on ad spend, e-commerce conversions,
Yeah.
even things like customer retention if you can track it back.
Yeah.
And use TikTok's attribution tools to see the whole journey, because someone might see an ad, then convert later on a different device.
Multi-touch attribution.
Right. And if you have physical stores, try to connect your sales data to see if TikTok ads are driving offline purchases too.
Okay, so putting it all together, if someone's ready to launch their first campaign, what's the roadmap, like the key steps?
Okay, quick rundown, maybe 10 steps. 1, nail down your objectives, your KPIs. 2,
Aw.
deep dive into your audience, those micro communities. 3, brainstorm creative ideas that feel native and authentic. 4, choose the right ad formats for your goals. 5, map out your full funnel flow, what content for awareness, consideration, conversion. 6, find the right creator partners, so that's part of your plan. 7, start small. Test different creatives and audiences with a limited budget. 8, monitor everything closely, see what works. 9, scale up the winners. Put more budget behind what's delivering results. 10, measure everything and integrate that data with your overall marketing picture.
That sustainable fashion brand you mentioned earlier, they kind of followed that, right? Testing hooks.
Yeah, exactly. They tested 3 different hooks for an in-feed ad, different creators. The before and after concept took off much higher engagement, almost 3x ROAS.
Wow.
So they scaled that specific creative using Spark ads. Result, big jump in followers, like 42%, and kept driving strong sales. It shows how testing leads you to the winning formula, then you amplify it.
Great example. Okay, as we wrap up, any major traps or mistakes people should watch out for on TikTok in 2025?
Yeah, a few common pitfalls.
Yeah.
1, ignoring the community vibe. Coming across as tone deaf or too salesy is a quick way to fail.
Be part of the conversation, not just an interruption.
Exactly. 2, try to be too polished. Sometimes raw and real works better. 3, forgetting sound and captions. You need both.
Accessibility and choice.
Right. 4, not doing retargeting, leaving potential conversions on the table. And 5, just not experimenting enough. Sticking to one thing rarely works long term. You have to keep testing.
So it sounds like the big takeaway is success on TikTok ads in 2025 isn't just about spending money. It's way more about creativity, really getting the audience and the platform's culture, and being willing to constantly test and adapt.
That sums it up perfectly. You got to move past just interrupting people. You need to entertain, engage, be authentic.
Listen to the communities, use the right formats, keep testing. So maybe the final thought for you listening is, how can you take these ideas and really connect with your audience on TikTok? Think about what communities align with your brand or even just your own interests. Where could you start? Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.